Also among the things which are unlawful and we do at home, handshaking with women who are not mahram. Women who are not mahram, women whom you can marry and you handshake with them. This is absolutely prohibited in Islam. This is haram. Listen to what Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says. It is better for one of you men to get stabbed by a needle, pricked by a needle in the head, rather than shaking a hand of a woman whom he can marry. So this is an explicit evidence by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ that shaking hands with women is not allowed. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he never shook hand with any woman at all. And none of his companions, Ridwanullah alayhim. Also among the things that we do in our homes as Muslims, which are not approved by the Sharia, free mixing. Free mixing. And see, free mixing. People, they sit together, men and women eat together. Or a friend is coming with his family and they are sitting together and they are joking together and they are cracking jokes. And then when they go home, everyone goes home, problem starts at home. Your wife tells you, you were watching her. I was watching you. You were looking at her. And you are telling her, but also you were looking at him. This is evil. The evil of the free mixing and sitting together with the opposite sex. So Islam says there's no problem. You can visit each other. But the men should be with the men and the women with the women. What's the problem? As a matter of fact, you sitting with the men, you will have your own time and you can feel free to talk freely with your friends. And the sisters sitting together also, they feel free. So that is what Islam is calling us and teaching us to do. We're going to break, insha'Allah, and we will resume, insha'Allah, after the break. Stay with us.
Remember Allah, most glorious of names.
Welcome back, my dear brothers and sisters and dear viewers. We are still elaborating upon the issue of the violations of Islamic teachings in our homes. And among these things is the free mixing. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as you know, He in Surah Al-Ahzab, He told us, and when you ask His wives, that means the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, for anything you want, ask them from behind a partition. That is purer for your hearts and their hearts. And this is about the mothers of the believers. Allah is telling the Sahaba, when you want to talk to them from behind the curtains. Let alone those women who are less in piety and less in righteousness than the wives of the Prophet ﷺ. The wisdom actually is to protect our hearts, that our hearts should remain pure. So we don't open the door for the shaitan and give a chance for the shaitan to put the seed of lust into our hearts. So we should call them from behind a curtain if there is a need or there is a necessity. Also among the things which will, because free mixing, my dear brothers and sisters, really it gives and produces negative results. It affects the families. It affects the marital relationship. It destroys families. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, as it's going to come in the hadith, when he was asked about the in-law, he said the in-law is death. Because if the in-law, which means your brother, sits with your wife, also the shaitan is there. Also among the things Muslims, unfortunately they do, some of them, smoking. Smoking is haram in Islam. Yes, smoking is haram. Anything, this is the rule of thumb, anything that is harmful, anything affects your health is prohibited in Islam. And smoking today, beyond any shred of doubt, doctors agree that it is a main cause of the lung cancer. So you are killing yourself, and you are wasting money, and you are also affecting not only your health, the health of your children, the health of the people around you. So this is a bad habit. It is unlawful. It is haram in Islam, whether it is the cigarette or the pipe or now the shisha. All these things are prohibited. Also among the things which are prohibited in Islam is the privacy. a man and a woman are alone. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says, if a man and a woman are alone, then the third person will be the devil. And Allah, my dear brothers and sisters, Allah who created us, He knows that. Also among the things, my dear brothers and sisters, which people do and they are wrong, is that women displaying their beauty. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Surah Al-Ahzab, Surah 33, Ayah 33, وَقَرْنَ فِي بُيُوتِكُنَّ وَلَا تَبَرَّجْنَ تَبَرُّجَ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ الْأُولَى. And stay quietly in your homes and make not a dazzling display like that of the former times of Jahiliyyah, days of ignorance. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibits the Muslim women from displaying their beauties, displaying their ornaments, showing their bodies. So they have to cover everything and they have to look modest and chaste. So this showing one's beauty, a woman's beauty, is not permissible in Islam. Also among the things is traveling without a mahram. And this is not because Allah wants to restrict your freedom. Allah wants to protect you, the woman. Allah protects the woman from her real enemies. Those men who are lustful, those men who do not fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as in Bukhari and Muslim, said, a woman cannot travel without a mahram. لا يحل لامرأة أن تسافر إلا مع ذي محرم. A woman cannot travel without a mahram. A man of the Sahaba, one of the Sahaba, he said, "O Prophet of Allah, I have registered my name, enrolled my name to go for the jihad, to participate in one of the military expeditions. And my wife, she left for Hajj with a group of the Sahaba. What can I do now?" The Prophet ﷺ told him, "Leave the jihad and go with your wife. Don't let your wife to go to the Hajj by herself. This is a protection for you, my dear sister." And those who have been to Hajj, they know what the Hajj means. The Hajj is not a picnic. It needs a lot of efforts, a lot of efforts. So a woman needs to have a man around her to protect her, to look after her. So this is a protection. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who loves you, He protects you. So you have to take that into your mind, and you have to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who protected you. Also, among the things that we Muslims, or some of us, do, which are wrong, birthday celebrations. When a child is born, we celebrate. After 1 year, on this exact birthday, we celebrate and we bring the cake and put the candle and happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. What is this? Is this Islamic? Islam has given the child his rights, and that is the aqiqah on the 7th day, and to give him a name and to shave his hair. Not that every year you celebrate the birthday of the child. That is not Islamic. That is not Islamic, and we have to stop. This is a wrong habit Muslims, they do.